Testing. Testing, 1, 2. Davis, are you there? Testing, testing. Okay, testing, testing. Okay, thanks, Davis. All right, good afternoon, KUGR. We are in Buller Gymnasium for WSU versus Pepperdine Volleyball. Two of our last two undefeated teams here in the WCC. So winner takes all tonight in the WCC. Pepperdine started the season voted in the coaches poll #1, WSU at #6, but has been undefeated so far. So good matchup for both teams tonight. Thursday, WSU with a 3-2 win over Portland. They are now 5-1 in those 5-set matches, so used to those close, tight ones. Pepperdine with a 3-1 win over Gonzaga up in Spokane. Almost went to 5 sets. Zags were looking for the upset. Pepperdine was able to hang on. So both teams probably with closer games than they would have liked on Thursday, but coming in now Sunday, Pullman, Washington, ready to go, ready to face off against the two of the best teams in the WCC. We've got starting lineups coming on the court. My name is Abby Bareksten. I will be with you this afternoon. We've got a couple of standouts for Pepperdine, some new faces, defending Conference Player of the Year last year, Grace Chillingworth on the outside, as well as Birdie Hendrickson, also from last year's team, transferred from Florida, doing great things from them. So they've been to Pullman before. They were here last year, 2022 NCAA playoffs. They played Dayton and lost in 5 in round 1 instead of facing the Cougs. However, they have been in this gym before. They're used to the environment, and along with those newcomers as well. So we will start off with Pepperdine has Ella Piscores on the line, or nope, maybe not. But they, I believe, will start off with serve. Speaking of Piscores, she is true freshman for Pepperdine. She's currently second in the WCC for blocks per set this season, so she's kind of one the Cougs are going to want to watch out for. But they right now have Rosemary Archer, Pepperdine setter, on the line to serve to start us off. That'll go into Breeling and out to Brustad. Big swing and kill for Brustad to start off the Cougars. So Cougars with that early 1-0 lead, and that'll send Brustad back to the line as well. All right, and she will serve into the net. So back to Pepperdine. First service error for the Cougars. They had quite a few of those on Thursday, so wanting to look to clean that up moving into this set. And number 7 for Pepperdine, that is going to be Birdie Hendrickson, senior, 6'2", on the line to serve. She will pop that over to Brustad. Nice pass up to Bernal and back to Katie Ryan. Big swing, covered by the Waves. Out to the, and blocked by Katie Ryan, but down on the Cougars side. That's going to be first kill of the night for Grace Chillingworth. She had 22 kills on Thursday, which tied her career high. That'll keep Hendrickson on the line with the serve over the net to Brustad once again. Out to Vreeling on the outside, over the block and covered. That's going to out to Chillingworth. Blocked back by Katie Ryan. And covered by Ryan off of the block. Reeling with the free ball over. Pepperdine will handle that. Out to Chillingworth once again. Big swing. Brustad, nice cover, but into the stand. So that's going to be another kill for Chillingworth on the outside. Pepperdine early 3-1 lead with Hendrickson back on the line to serve. She will pop that over to Brustad once again. Nice pass out to Vreeling. And that's a kill for Taryn Vreeling on the outside. And that'll bring in Lucy Bleshkova and put Emma Barbero on the line to serve. Vreeling had 13 kills on Thursday, one of 5 players for WSU to hit double-digit kills in that 5-set match. Barbero now to serve. Handled by Hendrickson, out to Chillingworth. Big swing and out of bounds. Pepperdine looking for a touch. Looks like they're going to get it. So point's going to stay with Pepperdine. And they will put libero Trinity Stanger on the line to serve. Looks like they have 2 liberos today, which is actually new rule for NCAA. That didn't used to be allowed, but they are going to run 2 liberos. Reeling with the pass on that serve into Bleshkova. Nice swing, covered by Pepperdine. Back and blocked down by Bleshkova. So missed attempt for Riley Simpson, transfer from Baylor for the Waves. And that'll put Jaden Walls in to serve for the Cougars. She sat out on Thursday. She had an injury, but she's back today playing defense for Washington State. So Walls with the serve. Pass set by Pepperdine. Out to Chillingworth. Tip over. Covered by Walls nicely. Saved by Barbero. Vreeling. Huge block, and that's going to be Ella Piscores and Riley Simpson together on that outside. So first block for the freshman Piscores. All right, served up by Pepperdine. Reeling with the pass. Out to her once again. Dug up by Stanger. Out to Chillingworth. Swinging down. So it's going to be a kill for Grace Chillingworth of Pepperdine. Puts the Waves up 6-3. All right, served up by the Waves. Reeling, tough pass. Saved by multiple Cougars and a free ball over from Bernal. Pepperdine gets a free ball opportunity. Slide blocked by Vreeling. Out to Chillingworth on the outside. Barbero, nice dig. Bernal to the back row to Brewstad. Blocked down on Pepperdine's side. Ella Piscores blocking error, so Cougars point 4-6. That'll send Taryn Vreeling back to serve. Sage Brewstad into the front row now for her. All right, serves into Chillingworth, set out to her again. Blocked by Bernal, covered by Pepperdine. They'll try her once again. Touched by Bernal this time, but saved by Walls. Out to Brewstad with the tip over and out of bounds for her. So tried for a nice little smart play right over the block, didn't quite execute it. So Pepperdine's going to lead 7-4. And that'll put Chillingworth out of the front row onto the line to serve. Sending Hendrickson up there for their outside. All right, Reeling with the pass. Bernal out to Brewstad. Swing covered by Sander. Nice up to the back row. Chillingworth, huge swing out of the back row for her. So they're going to use her everywhere. And that's going to be her 5th kill off of 9 attempts. So most attempts so far of any player. It is only 8 for Pepperdine. So of those 12 points, she's been hitting 9 of them. But Cougars will call a timeout, talk about it, figure out how they can shut her down early. And Chillingworth, along with Hendrickson and Simpson, was part of the preseason WCC team. So for the Cougars, they had Katie Ryan on that. Pepperdine had 3 players, so Chillingworth, Hendrickson, and Simpson all on that team together. This is Chillingworth's final season for the Waves. She's gotten the ABCA All-American Award. Last year she averaged 3.78 kills per set, which would put her at 64th in the nation. So, and she's on track to be up there again this year. Waves are going to feed her constantly, so Cougars got to figure out a way that they're going to stop her. They're going to force them to prove that they have other hitters, other options, because the Cougars have been very well balanced this year. Corey Schrader has talked about how, he was excited last weekend. They were able to pull out some really strong wins, even on days that he said were probably more of off days for Katie Ryan, who they'd been feeding it to. But all their other players were able to step up, which kind of proved they had, a balanced attack. They had a lot of options. They had a lot of growth in their players. So they're looking to really balance out their attack and continue to do that. And also force Pepperdine to prove that they can do that as well. So as both teams come back on the court, we still have Chillingworth on the line to serve to the Cougars. She'll serve into Vreeling. Nice pass. Bernal at the set. Slide to Bleshkova. Just out on the line. But nice little play drawn up from them in that timeout. Just miss execution on the sideline. That'll keep the Waves up by 5. And served into Vreeling once again. Pass off the net. Barbero has to take the set. Out to Brustad. Cross court, passed up by Stanger. And into Hendrickson and straight down. No block up on her that time. So she had an open net, but put it down on the Cougar side. And they were going to sub in Logan Golden for Taryn Vreeling to switch up the serve receive a little bit. With Pepperdine on that 4-0 scoring run off of Chillingworth's serve. Into Barbero. Bernal off the net, pushes it out to Brustad. Covered by the Waves, but put over. Golden with the pass. Bleshkova on the slide, blocked and down. So first kill of the night for Lucy Bleshkova. And that'll put her on the line to serve, and Breckenshek into the middle. Breckenshek, WCC Freshman of the Week this week. She had 12 kills in that match against San Diego, hit .625 as a freshman. So she's in on the front row now for the Cougs. And Bleshkova serve into the net. So second service error for WSU early in this one. Pepperdine up 11-5. And that'll put Ella Piscores on the line to serve. She'll pop that into Golden. Passes off quite a bit. Brustad with the swing. Covered by Pepperdine, but over. And a joust at the net between Bernal. Barbera with the pass. Out to Brustad. Covered by Chillingworth. Henderson with the tip and off of Bernal, out of bounds. So point Pepperdine. Keeps that freshman Ella Piscores on the line. And she actually was a participant on Canada's U19 team, so good addition for the Waves this year. And an ace for her. So first ace of the night for Pepperdine. And WC will take another timeout with that. So Cougars down 5-13. Yeah, and Ella Piscores, as well as being second in the WCC for blocks per set this season, was also WCC Freshman of the Week and Defensive Player of the Week back earlier in September. So has those under her belt as well. And she is one of 7 freshmen on this roster for Pepperdine. So while they do have those veteran outside, those couple veteran players that were around last year for that 2022 tournament run, they also have those 7 newcomers, several of them making an impact. Just kind of like the Cougars also have a lot of those freshmen. They have Breckenshek, Italia Bernal, and Lucy Bleshkova all making really big differences, specifically in that San Diego match last week. So Corey Schrader excited about the young talent. Both teams here definitely, being 2 of the best teams in the WCC right now, also both being so young. With just a couple veteran players, that's really good look for the conference, good look for both programs going forward. So, and let's see, we have WSU coming back on the court. Trying to break that 3-0 service run for Piscores. All right, she will serve into the net. So Cougars will take that point from the timeout. We'll call that a coach's point. So now Katie Ryan will come back in for Walls, and that'll send Italia Bernal back to the line to serve. Talia had maybe a little bit of a shaky night on Thursday. The sets were a little off. Looking better tonight so far. Has recovered a little bit from that. And let's see, Pepperdine off the block and out. So point will stay with Pepperdine after that. And that'll put Rosemary Archer, Pepperdine setter, on the line. Waves up 14-6. All right, and pass into Brustad off the net, quite a ways. Logan Golden will take the set. Brustad with the tip over. Pepperdine lost ball control a little bit. Hendrickson has to free ball over. Barbera with the pass, back to Ryan, big swing. Nice dig from Chillingworth, but over, and Breckenstedt will take that overpass and put it down. So the freshman coming up big once again. First kill of the night for Scheck. Brustad will head back to the line. Brustad had a good night on Thursday, 20 kills with 24.5 points in the match and hit .259. So looking to repeat that tonight, already at 2 kills. And big swing from Kennedy Patterson for Pepperdine. He'll get her a kill. And they'll put Hendrickson back on the line. And she will serve to Emma Barbero. Tight pass, Bernal handles it. Pushed down by Scheck, covered by the Waves. And into the net. So point to the Cougars. So hitting error from Riley Simpson on the opposite. Emma Barbero will head back to serve. Cougars 8-15, trying to make a comeback midway through this first set. And into the net for Barbero. So that's going to be the Cougars' third service error. That'll put Trinity Stanger, Pepperdine's libero, on the line to serve. Brustad with the pass into Bleshkova. Passed up by Stanger. Out to Chillingworth, covered by Brustad. Reeling with the swing, and huge block from Ella Piscores, that true freshman up there, 6'3", so using that height. We'll keep Sandra on the line with a 17-8 lead. All right, served into Vreeling, tough pass over, and popped back over by Pepperdine, barely. And back to Katie Ryan, big swing and a kill for her on the opposite. And that's going to be Ryan's first kill of the night. And she will come out and Jaden Walls will come in. (9-17) Cougars. We'll see if Walls can mount a comeback for them. All right, passed up nicely by Pepperdine. And back, but to Simpson, dug by Brustad, out to Vreeling, swing, and that's going to hit the antenna. So point Pepperdine. Nice swing in there from Riley Simpson. All right, Pepperdine with the serve. Karen Vreeling, nice pass. It'll go back, but on slide to Bleshkova, and that's going to be a kill down the line off this slide for Lucy Bleshkova. Her second kill of the night. And Vreeling will go back to serve. Cougars down 10-18. And into net. So service error number 4 for WSU. And we will see a serve from Grace Chillingworth. Into Brustad, nice pass, back to Bleshkova. And huge block from Birdie Hendrickson. Now Pepperdine first to 20. Into Barbero, tough pass. Walls will save it. Set out to Brustad, tight to the net. Kind of tipped it over back to them. Vreeling, big swing and in. So huge kill out of the back row for Taryn Vreeling. We don't always get to see her come in from the back row and take a big swing like that. So nice play from her. And now Cougars will sub in. And that's going to be Hamea Marmuto, and she will serve for Bleshkova. They are also going to put in Veronica Vodula for Italia Bernal. So possibly looks like we're going to get Marmuto setting now with Bernal on the bench. Or no, Jaden Walls will be setting. Although she'll take that first ball anyway. Cougars with a scrappy play, just barely over the net. Pepperdine, big swing. Walls with another dig. Breckenship will step in and take that set. Brewstad, big swing, covered by Stanger. Out to Hendrickson. That's going to be out of bounds. So point for the Cougars. Scrappy play there. You know, they put in a new setter, new rotation, and she ended up digging the first balls. So the rest of the team had to adjust, decide who was going to get that second one. And they did a good job hunging that point. 12-20 Washington State with the serve. Low pass from Pepperdine, out to Hendrickson, big swing, out of bounds once again. So second consecutive hitting error for Hendrickson. Will keep the point with the Cougars. Getting a little bit of momentum here, 13-20. It's a steep comeback, but even they can get some momentum heading into set two. Maramoto still serving. And that's going to be an ace for the freshman, Hamea. The bench likes that one. And then Pepperdine will take a timeout after that. So Cougars trying to make a little comeback here, 14-20. Off of this serve of their freshman, Hamea Marmuto. And Jaden Wall stepping into that setting position. So Corey Schrader deciding to switch something up a little bit, see if they could get something going because nothing was happening for him and seems to be working so far. So we'll see if they stick with that. But Pepperdine just needs to clean up their side a little bit. Serve receive kind of broke down. They got a new server they probably weren't prepared for. But yeah, they are up still by 6. And we also have Vodula came in for the Cougars in the front row. She was October Student Athlete of the Month. So she got a little recognition at the beginning of this month as well. Right now, not surprising, but Grace Chillingworth leading all players, 5 kills on 11 attempts, so it's .45 hitting percentage. So she's having a good day, as she usually does for the Waves. But then Birdie Hendrickson right behind her with those 3 kills on 5 attempts, but a couple hitting errors in there. But so far, Grace Chillingworth hitting super cleanly. Cougars trying to figure out how they can get their defense up against her, but they've got Taryn Freeling and Sage Brustad, both Taryn Freeling, Sage Brustad, and Lucy Bleshkova, all with 2 kills. So there's a little more spread out for them. However, quite a few more errors on their side, especially those service errors. So coming out of the timeout, we'll see if they can keep everything clean, including these serves with Hamea on the line. All right, nice pass from Pepperdine this time. That's going to go back to their opposite, and nice little tip on the line. Maramoto couldn't get there, so they will sub Bleshkova and Barbero back in. And that'll send his scores back to the line for Pepperdine. And she was the one who went on that big run earlier that got the Waves their lead. So we'll see if the Cougars can stop her earlier this time around. And the serve from her over to Freeling. Passed up back to Vodula. Nice swing covered by Chillingworth with the one-arm stab. Tip from Hendrickson blocked by Bleshkova. And the Waves, they're going to get called on a lift on their side. So point to Washington State. That'll put Katie Ryan in, which will also put Italia Bernal back into set. And she will also come back to serve. And we're going to get Logan Golden in for Freeling. So Corey Schrader using the subs up on this set. Getting some new faces in, getting some things adjusted as the Cougars try to get something going. And Bernal, the true freshman setter, back to serve. Into Stanger. Pass way off the net. Chillingworth will have to save it. Hendrickson will send in a nice swing off of the out-of-system pass. So kill for Hendrickson. Great little over-the-shoulder play. Keep the point with them. That'll put Rosemary Archer back to serve. Waves 3 away from set 1. All right, and into Golden. Nice pass out to Brustad. Down the line and in. So great kill in the back corner from Brustad, trying to get the Cougars some momentum in the end of this set. Breeling will come back in. So third kill for Brustad, as she will serve as well. And barely over the net. Sandra, nice pass. Back to Hendrickson on the opposite. Passed up by Ryan, out to Breeling. Tough set. She has to take it with a left-handed tip. Back to Hendrickson once again. Big swing, Brustad. Nice dig. Out to Katie Ryan. Big hole in that block, but Chillingworth will take the dig. Hendrickson once again. Tight pass from the Cougars. Sheck has to tip it over. That's going to go out to Simpson, who tips out of bounds. So point to Washington State. Pepperdine looks like they had Hendrickson on the outside earlier with Simpson on the right side pin, and they've flopped that around. So trying to switch things up on their end as well. Brustad will continue with the serve. And Sandra, nice pass off of that. Out to Simpson, who will get the kill on Brecken Sheck with the blocking error. So good swing from Riley Simpson. The Baylor transfer will go to the end line. Pepperdine looking for two more to close out set one. Serve into Brustad. Perfect pass right to Bernal. Sheck, nice tip. Little over the head, thumb up. Put it right over the blockers in front of Pepperdine setter. So Barbera will come back to serve. Cougars still in this one. All right, Barbera with the serve into Sander, into the middle. That's going to be Kennedy Patterson. Huge swing out of the middle for Pepperdine. They had a great pass, cleaned up the serve receive a little bit, and were able to get that middle going. So they will have set point off of Ella Irwin, freshman libero, her serve. So one of two liberos for them tonight, so she will take a stab at it. And into the net for her. So Pepperdine's second service error. So Pepperdine still with that point. They will put in Walls to serve, or Cougars will put in Walls to serve. And they will once again sub out Bernal, put Vodula in the front row, and have Walls at the back row. So they are running a little bit of a 6-2 right now instead of their usual 5-1 with Bernal. So Walls will serve. And into the net for her. So set one going to go to Pepperdine off of the service error from the Cougars. So Cougars' fifth service error of the set, coming at a little inopportune time. And they will switch sides. Pepperdine with a 25-19 set one win. Got to give the Cougars a little credit. They were down 20-10, and they brought it back to 19. So they built on something at the end of that set. It'll be interesting to see if they can continue on that, as well as if they continue running that 6-2 with Walls and Bernal. So like I said, Bernal had a little bit of a struggle on Thursday. You could tell the sets were not always connecting with her hitters. There was some rallies with there was a lot of just tipping happening. They weren't really getting the swings they wanted. But at that time, Walls was injured, and she is their backup. So tonight, maybe we have Walls getting some opportunity to try to see if we can get more of those sets connecting. But the problem, I guess, with the 6-2 is you have both of your setters setting out of the back row, which means you don't have them on the net blocking. So you do lose the blocking capabilities of Bernal. Walls is only 5'7", so she is not going to be blocking, and so she's going to be setting out of the back row only anyway. But we get that 6-2 going. We have both setters coming out of the back row, and then you have an opposite for all 6 rotations. So you'll have Katie Ryan up there on the opposite in her usual 3, and then you'll also have the addition of Vodula up there. So that in some ways can be a benefit because you have 3 hitters all the time, but you also always have a setter playing defense. So that switches things as well. So definitely pros and cons to the 6-2 or the 5-1, but if you can get more sets connecting, if you're using Walls and Bernal, might be worth it. So it'll be interesting to see what Schrader decides to go with to try to mount something for this second set. Start off maybe with a little more of a lead than they did last time, so they're not battling such a big hill. But we have Chillingworth leading that set so far, all players with 5 kills off of 11 attempts. Brustad, 3 kills on 11 attempts. And Brecken Sheck, very efficient once again, as she was last weekend. So 2 kills for her off of 4 attempts, hitting an even 500. So she's looking to make another statement this weekend. But we will see if the Cougars can shut down Pepperdine and Grace Chillingworth, or if she will keep rolling with the waves. So we're going to take a little break along with teams before they get back on the court, but don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back. We will come back as the teams come back on the court for set 2. So Pepperdine up 1-0 on Washington State. We'll get both teams back on the court. Pepperdine 6-7 so far this year, but played a very strong non-conference schedule. They played a lot of ranked teams, and while they weren't able to pull out wins on any of them, they did pull out some sets. So they took a set off of Stanford, they took a set off of UW, and they took a set off of Long Beach State, all very strong teams. WSU also took a set off of UW, so very similar caliber. Pepperdine also faced Pitt, who's was number 1 at the time they faced them, and while they were not able to take any sets off of Pitt, just the experience of getting to play those number 1 teams was really helpful moving into this conference play. So their record may be 6-7 compared to WSU's 8-4. However, that does not really speak to the games that they've played and the competition they've played at. So we will see how they continue in this set, but we've got Bernal starting us with the serve. Passed up by Sander off the net and out to Hendrickson. Huge block. Katie Ryan Breckenstag starting off set 2 with the stuff of Birdie Hendrickson. So exactly how they wanted to start that off. That is going to be the Cougars' second block of the night compared to Pepperdine's 3. Bernal with the serve once again. Sander with the pass, little off, pushed over. That's going to be a kill for Rosemary Archer. Oh, maybe not. They are going to call her on, I believe, a lift or a double on that setter dump. So point will stay with Washington State. They won't fight it too much, but Bernal will keep the serve with the 2-0 early lead. And into Sander, pass off the net once again. So struggling a little bit with those. Birdie Hendrickson, nice swing and down through the Katie Ryan block. So that'll put in Riley Simpson and put Archer back to the line. Archer with the serve. Tipped over the tape. Brustad pass. Bernal back to Ryan. Big swing. Tipped up by Sander with the one-hand stab. Out to Hendrickson. Huge swing. Barbero, nice dig off of that. Brustad with the swing as well. Sander with the dig. Out to Hendrickson again. Tipped this time. Tipped by the block. Covered by the Cougars. Bernal has to send it over. Sander with the set to Hendrickson one more time. Tip to Bernal. And she'll stab that one up. Brustad with the swing. Simpson blocked and down. Huge swings in that point from both sides. Hendrickson with quite a few. Wasn't able to put him down, but Simpson will close it out with the block and keep Archer on the line. Looks like she's going to go for Taryn Vreeling, although into the net. So first service error of this set for Pepperdine, third of the match compared to WSU's 5. Brustad with the serve now. Cougars with and she will serve out of bounds. So trading back and forth those service errors. Cougars now at 6. And they had over 10 on Thursday. So still having some trouble cleaning up those serves on the Washington State side. And now Pepperdine to serve with the 3-3 tie. Pass to Barbero. out to Reeling with the swing off the block, covered by the Waves. Pushed over. Barbero out to Reeling with the tip, covered by Archer. Sandra will take the set out to Simpson on the outside. Covered by Barbero out to Katie Ryan with the push, and up by Sandra on the pancake. Katie Ryan will take that overpass on her own and push it into the corner. So kill for Katie Ryan. Nice defense in that point, though, by the Waves. Sandra saving the point with a pancake. Just things ended up in Katie Ryan's hands. And Cougars still with the 1-point lead, 4-3. Emma Barbero to serve. All right, passed up by Chillingworth, back to Simpson. Big swing from her and through the WSU block. Well, that's going to be Simpson's second kill of the set and of the match. And Sandra will serve, libero for Pepperdine. All right, passed up by Vreeling off the net. Bernal will take the bump set and out of bounds by Vreeling. She just has so much power. That thing's going to fly. And Bernal had a nice set for her that time. Looks like Vreeling just had a little too much on it. But we will have Sandra continue to serve. Now the Waves with a 1-point lead, 5-4. And Vreeling will pop that one up. And they'll go to the middle. Lucy Bleshkova, nice dig from Sandra, but Pepperdine in the net. So point to WSU. Great play from them that time. Perfect pass. They got to use their middle. Bleshkova, the redshirt freshman. And that'll bring Jaden Walls into serve. And it looks like they are going to leave Bernal into set, unlike they were in the end of the last set. So Walls will play defense. Bernal will be setting out of the front row. Passed up by Pepperdine to their middle. Bleshkova attempted the block, but off of her. So point for the Waves. And 6-5 Pepperdine. So both teams trading points back and forth. All right, the serve is going to be out of bounds from Emma McMahon. That will send Taryn Vreeling to the line. Served in, handled by Chillingworth, out to her once again. Passed up by Walls, nice dig. Barbero with the set. Brustad, big swing, touch off the block. Sandra couldn't get there, so that's going to be a kill for Sage Brustad, her 4th of the day. Give the Cougars a 1-point lead back, so 7-6, trading those 1-point leads back and forth. All right, Vreeling, and that's going to sail out of bounds on the float. So that'll put Chillingworth back to serve and get Birdie Hendrickson back in the front row for the Waves. Both Chillingworth and Hendrickson, 5 kills apiece. And passed up by Vreeling off the net. Barbero will pass it up to Brustad, who gets blocked. And setter dump from Bernal, but Sandra reads that and gets there. And that's going to be a kill for Ella Piscores, the freshman. So that's her 3rd kill of the night. She's hitting at 500 right now, also with 2 blocks. And we will have Chillingworth with the serve. Vreeling, nice pass. Bernal behind her to Bleshkova, off the block and covered by Chillingworth. Out to Hendrickson, big block from Bernal. Out once again, she'll try again, and that time she gets a kill. So off the hands of Bernal and Bleshkova and down. So Hendrickson now leads all players with 6 kills. And Chillingworth on the line. Waves now with a 2-point lead, 9-7. Passed up by Barbero to Bernal. Wow, huge kill from Brustad down the line. It's been a while since we've seen her hit that hard. So the sets are back on target for Brustad, and she was able to take a full swing at that down the line. No Waves had a chance at that. And now we will see Hamea Marmuto come back in to serve. She served well for the Cougars coming in last set at the end, so we'll see if she can continue that once again. Trying to keep the Cougars service errors down. Nice serve from her. Stanger struggles with that pass, but out to Hendrickson. Nice tip over the block into the corner and down. Reeling couldn't get there. And so Marmuta will come back out. Barbera will come back in. And we will get Ella Piscores on the line for the Waves. 2-point lead for them. All right, serve into Vreeling, passed up. Bernal, tight set. Brewstad wasn't able to get there. It looks like Corey Schrader is going to take a timeout on that one. So Pepperdine up 11-8 right now. And to no surprise, Pepperdine being led by both of their outsides right now. Birdie Hendrickson, Grace Chillingworth, 7 kills for Hendrickson, 5 kills for Chillingworth. They are really the bulk of this team. Corey Schrader in the press conference prior to this match said, you know, Pepperdine has a lot of new faces, but they're very much anchored by 2 great outsides. You've got a transfer from Florida. You've got Chillingworth, who's defending WCC Player of the Year. So both players with a lot of experience. Hendrickson is senior, Chillingworth is senior as well. Both of them having been in Pullman last year as well for the tournament. So they are, right now, everything is pretty much being fed through them. Although Lily Simpson and Ella Piscores getting some action as well with 2 and 3 kills. However, the Waves are definitely looking to those outsides. So the Cougars have to figure out who can they put up, where can they adjust their block, where can they adjust their defense to shut down those left-sided pins and force them to hit, or to force them to go to their middles, go to their opposites, make them work too. Cougars with a little bit more spread out attack. So Faith Brewstad 5 kills, but following her, Bleshkova with 3, Vreeling, Ryan, and Sheck all with 2. So they're spreading that offense as much as they can. When their passing and their setting is on, they're having a lot of success. However, they are having some troubles with that serve receive, with getting those sets exactly where they need to be, trying to make adjustments. It worked a little bit at the end of set 1 for them, but deciding what they're going to do. But they're going to put Golden in right now to try to adjust that serve receive. And Piscores will start off with the serve for Pepperdine. All right, and passed up by Brewstad, and behind to Sheck, and that's going to fall on, and that's going to be a kill for Brecken Sheck down through the block. Just a nice little tap straight down. So Bernal will go back to serve. Cougars within 2, 9-11. Bernal with the serve, almost in an ace for Bernal on Trinity Stanger. So second ace of the night for the Cougars. And they have been targeting Stanger quite a bit in the last several points. She's been struggling a little bit on her serve receive. So we'll see if they continue to go there. And that time they go to Chillingworth. And Hendrickson will push it over. Bernal with the one-handed stab. Barbera with the set. Katie Ryan on the opposite. Chillingworth with the dig. And to the middle, popped up by Barbero. And a free ball from the Cougars, giving Pepperdine an opportunity. And they will go to their back row. Chillingworth has to tip it over. Set was low. And the Cougars out to Brewstad, handled by Pepperdine. Out to Hendrickson, big swing. Barbero dig into the basketball hoop, but Katie Ryan saves it. And Brewstad pops it over. Late set for Pepperdine. They get blocked. Out to Hendrickson once again. Another swing, and that time's going to be out of bounds. So point to Washington State. Scrappy point staying in it. Barbero had a beautiful dig, just happened to hit the rim of the little bit of a low ceiling in Bowler Gym. But they're used to that because they play in here all the time. So they were able to keep that one together, keep Bernal on the service line, and tie it up 11-11. A great point from both sides. And Bernal into the net on the serve. So 8th service error for the Cougs compared to Pepperdine's 4. And also service errors for the Cougs coming at difficult times. That was a big momentum point. You hate to lose that momentum off that rally. So Pepperdine will serve. And out to Brewstad with the tip over the block and down. Smart play from her. She's been swinging hard the last several points, and that time she just puts in a nice little tip over the block. Great court awareness, and she will come back to serve. So they tie it up once again, 12-12 WSU. Pepperdine. And Brewstad with the serve. Sandra pass off the net. Simpson has to take the set. Chillingworth out of the back row. Barbero, nice dig. Into Breckenscheck. Huge swing and down. So there's that freshman of the week for the WCC. Fourth kill. And that'll get the Cougars a lead. So 13-12. And Brewstad, and that's an ace for Sage Brewstad. So great momentum going on for the Cougars right now. And Brewstad scored 24.5 points for the Cougars on Thursday over Portland, so she's trying to rack that number up again tonight. Cougars now with a 2-point lead. And out of bounds on that one. So 9th service error for Washington State. And they do have those 3 aces, so making up some of those errors, but also errors definitely coming at inopportune times for Washington State. But that'll send Birdie Hendrickson back to the line for Pepperdine. And out of bounds for her. So 5th error for Pepperdine on the serve. And we will get Emma Barbero back to the line. She had 3 aces on Thursday. She also had 25 digs, which was her 7th game of this season with 20-plus digs. So she's been performing great for the Cougars this season. Short serve from her. Hendrickson has trouble with that pass, so an ace for Barbero. So 1 ace for Barbero to match her 6 digs of the day already. And that'll give the Cougars a 3-point lead now, 16-13. Another short serve from her. Sandra, nice pass that time. Tough set, though, for the Waves. They have to free ball it over, so the Cougars get an opportunity. Vreeling takes the swing. Popped up by the Waves. Free ball once again, so Bleshkova will take that one. Big swing and down. No one's even close. So huge swing from the freshman, Lucy Bleshkova. Freshman middles for the Cougs coming up big, and Pepperdine will take a timeout with the Cougars on top, 17-13. I believe their biggest lead of the day so far on a 3-0 scoring run on Barbero's serve. So Pepperdine, serve receive, breaking down, have been aced twice in this set already, having some trouble getting those balls out to their big hitters. So Cougars got to keep the service pressure on, but also minimize those service errors. And then if they can keep feeding their middles, their passing has to stay on as well. But if they can keep feeding Bleshkova and Scheck, Pepperdine doesn't have an answer for them right now. Their block's not getting to those. Their defense isn't in the right spot. So Washington State going to want to look to keep the passing on, keep that service pressure on Pepperdine, and keep this 4-point lead. So both teams in timeout. Buller definitely a little bit quieter today. It's a Sunday and people are tired. We got some students that came in a little later. So not a bad turnout, but definitely there was quite a few more people here Thursday night, Thursday night activities. But Cougars still with that nice little home crowd advantage with band, with the fans right behind the end line in the block. All right, and both teams will come back on the court. Emma Barbero will head back to the line to see if she can continue that 3-0 run for the Cougars. All right, passed up by Hendrickson. Back to Simpson, down the line and in. So good recovery. A way to come out of the timeout for Pepperdine. So Sandra back to the line for the Waves. Senior libero. She's been in Pullman before. And Vreeling will pass that one up into the middle. Lucy Bleshkova, nice dig that time from Stanger, and back to Simpson. Tight set, tips over. Katie Ryan pops it up into the back row. Sage Brustad off the block and out of bounds. So kill out of the back row for Brustad. Great play, great setting decision that time from Bernal. Katie Ryan was still on the move. She couldn't get to her middle, so why not pop it up to Brustad, let her take a swing, and it worked out. So Cougars keep that 4-point lead, 18-14. Jaden Walls will come in to serve. And passed up by Stanger into the middle for Pepperdine, covered by Ryan. Barbera with the set to Brustad once again. Low pass, but Pepperdine gets there. Simpson, a huge block from redshirt freshman Lucy Bleshkova. Solo block from her. And she had 2 solo blocks on Thursday night as well, including the match sealer at 15-13 in that 5th set. So she's pumped up. She wants more of those. Walls will serve 19-14. Short serve into Stanger once again. And out to Chillingworth. Big swing off the block. Barbera with the dig. Out to Vreeling and down through the block and a kill. Cougars are on a roll, 20-14. Walls will continue serving. And the Waves will make a sub. They will put Chloe Pravetkinoff in for Simpson. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Walls go right to her. And into the net that time. So 10th service error for the Cougars. And the Waves will now sub in Emma McMahon. And she will serve. Pepperdine down 15-14. And into the net for her as well. So 6th service error of the match for Pepperdine, but 4th of the set. So they now are having the serving issues as well. Contagious. Vreeling will go back to serve now for the Cougars. 21-15. 4 away, looking to close set 2, even up this match. 1 set apiece. And an ace for Vreeling. So 5th ace of the match for Washington State. And she will go back and look to do it once again. And over and pass that by Stanger to the middle for Pepperdine. Emma Barbera with the dig. Nice jump by Bernal, but covered by Emma McMahon. And kill for Grace Chillingworth down the line over the block. And she will go back to serve with Logan Golden coming in for the Cougars. 22-16, Washington State. And passed up by Golden off the net. Barbera will take the set. Brustad on the outside. Big swing out of bounds. So Pepperdine will keep that point. Looking to make a little bit of close the gap in the end of this 2nd set. Chillingworth, 6'3" senior. All right, Golden with the dig. Nice set from Bernal. Brustad tips it over but blocked. Brustad once again. This time Stanger, big dig, but over the net. Bleshkova, huge overpass kill, but Stanger handles it in a joust. Hendrickson on the outside. Big kill for Birdie Hendrickson, and credit to Trinity Stander, senior libero in that point. Overpass on the first dig, straight to Bleshkova, who kills it right back at her, and she hangs in there, pops it up for her team, keeps Pepperdine in that point, keeps them within 3 of Washington State. So Chillingworth to serve, 18-22. And an ace for Chillingworth on the line. Taryn Vreeling was going to let it go out of bounds, but just in on the line. So Washington State will call a timeout off of the ace from Grace Chillingworth. Waves now 19-22, so making the comeback on the gap that Washington State had put forward. So WSU going to talk about it, going to clean up that serve receive a little bit. Both sides, that's really been where their breakdown has happened tonight, is when the aces start hitting and it seems like they get in their heads. Everything kind of breaks down from the passing to the setting to the hitting. So whoever can be cleaner in serve receive is who we're going to see pulling away. But right now, teams fairly even. So Pepperdine 22 kills to Washington State's 20. Both hitting, Pepperdine hitting at a .19, and the Cougars hitting at a .16. So we see pretty even stats, and then Pepperdine as well, 4 blocks, Cougars with 3. The difference for Pepperdine on Thursday against Gonzaga was really their blocking. They had 9 blocks as a team in the game, and that is really what kept them in it and kept Gonzaga from pulling off that upset. Last time they played Gonzaga, or it was in 2022, Gonzaga upset them in 5. It was their first ever ranked win. And so they really wanted that again on Thursday. So Pepperdine had to fight hard to keep them off of that upset, but they were able to do that in 4 sets. But they come in today, not wanting to have to fight that many sets once again, to have to fight off that many set points as they did against Gonzaga on Thursday. So they right now, even though they're down, they're wanting to pull off the second set win, go up 2-0. But Chillingworth will be on the line trying to do that on their 4-0 scoring run currently. And she'll pass to Vreeling. Tough pass, overpass. Hendrickson with the set and bad set. So Hendrickson has to free ball over. Barbero into Bleshkova, gets blocked. Brustad covers off the block. Brustad with the tip, deep, covered by Chillingworth. Out to Hendrickson once again, and a deep push, but popped up by Walls for Barbero with the set. Brustad at the kill off the block. So out of system play for the Cougars, but Brustad's smart point tools off that Pepperdine block. And now we will see Hamea Marmuto come in and serve for the Cougars. She's been serving well for them so far tonight, trying for them to switch things up off of those 10 service errors. So she will serve. Cougars up 23-19, looking to close out set 2. Nice serve from her. Chillingworth, tight pass, but up to Hendrickson. Huge swing. Nobody even close. Not much of a block up. But Hendrickson will just take a full rip at that. So kill for Birdie Hendrickson. That's going to be her 9th off of 24 attempts. And we will get Ella Piscores to serve for Pepperdine, down 3. Passed up by Vreeling. Bernal with the set. Brustad, big swing of her own. So that's going to be Brustad's 9th kill. Getting the Cougs set point. Bowler Gym on their feet. Cougars 24-20. They have a couple set point opportunities with Atalia Bernal on the line. All right, Bernal with the serve. Into danger. Pass off the net, out to Hendrickson, tipped over the block. Bernal cover that. Free ball from Washington State gives Pepperdine the opportunity. And out to Hendrickson to tip once again. Bernal pops that up. Barbero with the set. Katie Ryan, big swing. Covered by Pepperdine. Hendrickson, another swing off of WSU's block, but they cover it. Katie Ryan will take a swing again and blocks, but pops up. Joust at the net. Bernal grabs that one. And set out to Brustad, swing, Chillingworth dig. Hendrickson, big swing. Barbero, nice dig. Brustad is hit into the tape. And it looks like the Pepperdine coach was also arguing about something within that point. Not quite sure what that was, but he's a little frustrated with the reffing. But they got the point anyway. So we've got Archer on the line to try to keep the Cougars from closing set 2, but Cougars still set point 24-21. With the serve, Brustad, nice pass. Bernal back to Ryan. And off the Pepperdine block and out. So Katie Ryan will close out set 2 for Washington State. Tied up 1 set apiece. Pepperdine winning the first 25-19. WSU taking the second 25-21. So WSU will go to the locker room. Pepperdine will go to the other side and talk about it. And we will take a break as well as, the teams take a break. So we'll be back. All right, welcome back to KUGR. We are back with WSU Pepperdine Volleyball tied up 1 set apiece. WSU taking the second set, which earlier this week in an interview, Brecken Scheck said that the team had been struggling in their second sets lately, and so that had really been a focus for them, was coming out strong, but then also continuing in set 2. And obviously today they figured that out, winning the second set. So they're going to look to take that momentum from that set 2 win, see what they can do with it the rest of this match. Pepperdine looking to regroup, clean up some serve receive, clean up some serving errors as well. Washington State still with more service errors, but they've slowed down a little bit. They're at 10. Pepperdine at 6 currently, but they only had 2 in set 1. But we will start off set 2 with Pepperdine on the service line. Taryn Vreeling with the pass. Bernal out to Brewstad. High swing covered by Chillingworth. Out to Hendrickson. Huge swing from Birdie Hendrickson. Puts it down. No one even close. So she will come in and she will take her 10th kill resoundingly. And that'll put her teammate, Rosemary Archer, it'll keep her on the line. Pepperdine with the first point of set 2. Set 3, sorry. Vreeling with the pass. Out to Katie Ryan. Tipped over, covered by Stanger. And that's going to be a kill for Kennedy Patterson. Out of the middle. So Pepperdine, when they can get those digs on, they can get those middles going. Prove they've got more than just Chillingworth and Hendrickson out there. Throws off the WSU defense a little bit. So 2-0 Pepperdine. Passed up by Vreeling. Bernal back to Ryan on the opposite. Big swing for her. That's going to be a kill off of Archer. So Katie Ryan steps in for her 4th kill. We'll put Brewstad on the line, who is currently leading the Cougars with 9 kills. 29 attempts for her as well. So she will serve into Stanger. Nice pass. Back to Hendrickson on the right side this time. Barbera with the pancake. Saved by Scheck. Out to Ryan. And dug up by Stanger. Back row attempt from Chillingworth. Brewstad actually with the set this time. Vreeling, big swing off of Stanger into the bleachers. So Taryn Vreeling will take her 4th kill. WSU's offense very spread out right now. You've got Brewstad with 9, but then Ryan, Scheck, Leshkova, and Vreeling all behind her with 4 kills. So spreading it around, keeping Pepperdine's offense on their toes. Brewstad with the serve. Stanger with the pass. One-handed set and a push over from Kennedy Patterson. Cougars didn't love that. It was a little bit of a throw, but they will keep, or actually, yeah, Washington State will get the point off of the throw from Patterson, and Pepperdine's coach will argue that. Little bit too much contact on the ball that time from Patterson. Good spot, good placement, just a little bit of a throw, so she will get called. And Brewstad will keep the serve. Cougars now with a 1-point lead, 3-2 on the 3-0 scoring run. Chillingworth with the pass back to Hendrickson on the right side. Brewstad dig, but over and out. So that'll be Hendrickson's 11th kill. Hendrickson had 15 on Thursday against Gonzaga, right behind Chillingworth with her 22. So Hendrickson stepping up today with Chillingworth down with 6 kills. And she will serve. Barbero, and so that's going to be an ace for Birdie Hendrickson off of Emma Barbero. 3rd team ace of the day for Pepperdine. And now the Waves will take a 1-point lead, 4-3. And serves over to Barbero. This time, nice pass to Bernal. Scheck with the tip, hits the tape. An overpass from Pepperdine. Katie Ryan, big swing, just kind of bounces off of Stanger, and they're able to save it. Out to Vreeling, tight ball, tipped over. Passed up by Archer. And over from Chillingworth, off the block, Bernal will dig. Vreeling, big swing, blocked by Simpson, but covered by the Cougars. Out to Brewstad on the back row and out of bounds. And I thought Katie Ryan had that point handled earlier. She took a big swing. Stanger kind of got lucky, was just in the right spot. It bounced off of her body, but Pepperdine was able to pull that together, keep it over the net, and they will keep the serve at 5-3 with Hendrickson back there. Nice serve from her, Vreeling low pass. Bernal saved it though. Scheck with the deep free ball. Stanger, nice pass out to Chillingworth down the line. Bernal saves it. Barbero saves it once again, and Pepperdine takes the free ball. And Barbera with the dig. Katie Ryan tipped over. Katie Ryan covers herself. Reeling, tight pass, messy point, and Pepperdine's going to come out on top of that. A lot going on at the net. A lot of back and forth. Pepperdine was able to hang in just a little bit longer. Both sides kind of needing to clean up those sets to both of their hitters. Henriksen now on a 3-0 run for Pepperdine, and they will have a 3-point lead. And Barbera with the pass very off the net. Bernal has to hustle. Reeling takes a chip over. Archer with the pass. Danger tipped over by Chillingworth. Blocked down by Katie Ryan. You can't tip on 6'5", Katie Ryan. So she will take care of that one, and Barbera will head back to the line. Cougars now within 2, 4-6. Emma Barbero looking to build on that ace from earlier. She's at 11 digs as well. And Henriksen with the pass. Big swing, blocked by Reeling and back over. Danger out to Chillingworth. And Lucy Bleshkova puts it down. Huge block from the freshman. Teams up with Katie Ryan a little bit too, but that'll be WSU's 5th block of the evening. Bleshkova had 3 blocks on Thursday against Portland, 2 of them being solo. Barbera with the serve. And quick play from Pepperdine. Big kill from Kennedy Patterson. That was beautiful. Low pass, low set, straight to the middle. WSU didn't even have time to set up. So credit to them. Really fast-paced volleyball, and that'll put their libero, Trinity Stanger, on the line with their 2-point lead, 7-5. And she will serve to Reeling. Nice pass. Bernal handles it. Reeling with the push. Possibly, no, out of bounds. Not quite getting a piece of the Pepperdine block. So Pepperdine up 8-5. And Stanger is one of 2 liberos today for Pepperdine, but really has been the only one playing. We did see one of them come in to serve, but mostly Stanger. Anyway, Katie Ryan with the swing. Brusad. Luce Bleshkova pops it over. Chillingworth, big swing. Barbero, nice dig. Bernal off the net, has to pop it over to Reeling, and she'll push it right into the block of Riley Simpson. So big block for Simpson. That's going to be her 3rd block of the day. And Cougars will take a timeout with that. So nice defense from the Cougars. Just a lot of those digs are off the net, and they're having trouble with those out-of-system plays. So they're going to look to clean that up a little bit. Pepperdine on a run of 3-0, up 9-5. So as I was saying before, NCAA changed a couple rules this year, one of them being double contact, but the other one being the libero rule. So teams can now designate 2 liberos, which has always been legal in club volleyball for younger players. However, it's never been legal for high school or college level. And so now that they can designate those 2 liberos, Pepperdine has done so, and they have Trinity Stanger, their senior, and they also have Ella Irwin, who's a freshman. And Stanger has been playing. Ella Irwin went in to serve once, but we have not been seeing them using both. However, it does give them a nice option. You know, if Stanger's having a little bit of a rough go, they can get Irwin in there without using a substitution. Which is a nice option. So they're keeping that option open for themselves, having both of them suited up in that libero jersey, but Stanger is their main libero today. However, they are taking advantage of that rule change. Also, you know, gives Irwin, the freshman, some experience, even if it's just a couple points as libero, you know, because Stanger is a senior. They're wanting to get her ready for what's going to be to come for her as a young player that she is. So we will see both teams get back on the court. Pepperdine with the early 9-5 lead, but lots of time still. And Stanger will continue with the serve. And that will go to Brustad, overpass. Pepperdine, though, is a little far up. They'll just take the free ball. His scores gets blocked by Bleshkova. Bernal out to Vreeling. Big block from Simpson. So second consecutive block from her, and that's going to be her fourth of the day. So Riley Simpson, the Baylor transfer, coming up big for the Waves. And the Cougars will sub in Veronica Vodula for Taryn Vreeling to try to switch things up a little bit. So they now have Vodula on the outside and serve receiving as well. Waves with the 5.10-5 lead. Vodula with the pass, and they'll set out to her. And that's going to be a kill for her off the bench. So gets the Cougars going, gets Jaden Walls in and onto the line to serve. So first kill of the day for Veronica Vodula off of the Cougar bench, and she will stay in. Jaden Walls with the serve, down 4. Danger pass right to Archer. A little late on the set, so tipped over from Piscores. Lucy Bleshkova with the tip as well. Stanger with the one arm up. Out to Simpson on the right side. Barbero with the dig. Bernal out to Vodula off the block. Hendrickson with the pass to the middle. Piscores with the kill for Pepperdine. So that's going to be her 4th kill on 10 attempts. She's got 3 blocks as well, so the freshman for Pepperdine having another big game as she has been this season. Great new asset for them. That'll put Emma McMone on the line, 5'5" junior libero. Vodula with the overpass to Piscores, straight to her. She'll put that down. She'll take care of that. Almost want to call that an ace when you pass it straight to the other team's middle, but that will not go as an ace. That'll just go as a kill for Ella Piscores. And Emma McMone will stay on the line. Popped up by Brewstad. Low pass. Barbero has to step in. Vodula with the swing off the block. Danger digs. And out to Chillingworth. Big swing. Nice dig from Brewstad. Right to Bernal. Vodula gets blocked. Barbero covers her. Jaden Walls pops it over into the corner, but saved. Tip and down from Ella Piscores. So Pepperdine getting Piscores going in the middle. WSU's defense was waiting for those big outside attacks, and they've got Piscores just putting up tips, putting up kills in that middle spot. So Pepperdine now up 13-6 as WSU calls a timeout. So their second timeout already of this third set as the Waves are on a run. And Birdie Hendrickson still with 11 kills, and Grace Chillingworth and Ella Piscores now with 6. So Pepperdine starting to spread out that offense. We also see Riley Simpson and Kennedy Patterson with 4 kills. So it was pretty heavy on the outsides. Now they're starting to get that spread, and that's why this is working for them in set 3. Washington State still has Sage Brewstad with 9 kills, and 4 players behind her, all with 4. But as a team, only hitting .12 to Pepperdine's .19. So seeing some difference in hitting efficiency. Pepperdine also winning on the dig stat, so 49 over WSU's 42, as well as blocks, so 6 to WSU's 5. So WSU just a little behind on every stat line. Just needs to kind of clean everything up in general. The serving's better. They had those 10 service errors pretty much a set and a half in. But now here in set 3, they have cleaned that up. But now they've got to build on that with their passing and with their setting accuracy to get those big hitters going, because they've got big weapons. You have Katie Ryan there on the right side, but if you can't get a solid pass, if you can't get a solid set out to her, she's not going to be there for you. So she's got those 4 kills. Would love to see her get going more than that. She is coming into today was at 992 total kills, so 8 away from 1,000. So now 4 away from 1,000. She's also got a career total 1,155 points, which is 10th all-time at WSU. So looking to get some more of those points for her Cougars. And we will start up again. Bleshkova with the kill out of the timeout. So good timeout for Corey Schrader and the Cougars. And for the freshman Bleshkova with her 5th kill. That'll put Vodula on the line to serve. Vodula, 5th year for the Cougars, coming back. Passed up by Stanger into the middle. Piscores, and that's out of bounds, but huge swing from her. Cougars have got to get a block up on her because that was powerful. but just out of bounds, and we have Vodula still with the serve. Cougars down 8-13. Short serve handled by Piscores and out to Chillingworth this time. Blocked back by Bernal, but covered by libero Stanger. Chillingworth, and looks like we're going to get... Oh, okay. So hit was actually into the net, I believe, for Pepperdine. So they're going to get called on for contact, and it'll stay with the Cougars. Trying to mount a comeback, 9-13. And she will serve. Stanger with the set. Overpass set right to Bernal, and she takes that overpass and swings sharp cross court. I don't even know how she got it that sharp, but kill for Bernal off the overpass set from Stanger, and that'll bring Pepperdine into a timeout of their own with Washington State on a 3-0 run. Pepperdine now with just a 3-point lead, 13-10. Cougars feeling good with Vodula at the service line. So Veronica Vodula, as I said, 5th year for the Cougars. I believe this is her last year. She's been around for a while. She had some COVID eligibility. I think she had a redshirt season possibly as well. But she, a couple of years ago, Cougars had all of their middles except for Magda Halasheva injure themselves early in the season. And so she shifted from being an opposite / an outside to playing middle for them for the whole season. That was 2022. Which was actually the last time that WSU faced Pepperdine. Pepperdine coming out with a win in that match, 3-0. But I believe Vodula was present playing middle for that one. So she is now back to that outside opposite role. Started the season starting for the Cougars, and then Taryn Vreeling came in, was doing some great things. So they've been kind of switching off between Vreeling and Vodula based on who's having the better day. Right now, Vodula is on the service line, getting some points for Washington State, getting this run going, this little 4-0 run they're on. So Vodula, very seasoned player for WSU. She's been here for a while. She loves the program. And also October Student Athlete of the Month. So she's a great senior leader for these Cougars, and she will stay on the service line. Trying to keep close the 3-point gap for Washington State. And tapped over the tape and over, but the Pepperdine gets there, and she will pass it as well. And rough set, but tipped by Brustad. Out to Piscores and down off of the Brustad block on the slide. So Ella Piscores saying, I can hit from the middle, I can hit on the slide. And that'll put Logan Golden in for Vodula to pass and play serve receive. So Chillingworth now on the service line for Pepperdine with a 4-point lead. Golden, nice pass right on Bernal's head. Great set. Brustad with the swing off the Pepperdine block. And out to Hendrickson off the WSU block. Brustad with the cover. Slide to Bleshkova on the tip. Blocked over, covered by Walls. And looks like the Cougars are going to get called on a lift trying to save that point. So Chillingworth back to serve. Hendrickson on the kill for that one. Hendrickson's 11th kill of the day. Served over from Chillingworth. Emma Barbero, low pass. Bernal sets from her knees. Brustad has to free ball. And that's going to be a free ball kill for Sage Brustad. She'll take that. Kill's a kill. And that'll put Hamea Marmuto on the service line. Has been serving really well for the Cougars tonight. She's got one ace too. So looking to bring some more of those out. Well, the Cougars are down 4, 11-15. Marmuto with the serve. Pepperdine passes it up. Out to Hendrickson. Big kill. And off of Marmuto. So 12th kill for Birdie Hendrickson for the Waves. Cougars will do their subs once again. Gets Emma Barbero back in the back line. And Ella Piscores, true freshman, back on the service line. 7 kills, 3 blocks today, hitting .42. And she will serve. Logan Golden with the pass very off the net. Jaden Walls will pop it up to Brustad on the high set. Piscores with the dig and into the middle for Patterson. Nice kill for number 14 on Pepperdine. And Piscores will stay on the service line. Freshman from Canada, Canadian U19 team. Emma Barbero with the dig. Bernal, nice set. Brustad, huge swing, and that's the set Brustad's been waiting for. Big swing from her and a kill. So Katie Ryan will come back into the front row, and Bernal will head back to the line, gets the Cougars back on that starting lineup. We got Katie Ryan, Sage Brustad, and Brecken Scheck up in the front row. So strong front row for the Cougars right now. Bernal with the serve. Danger, tough pass, but the setter will get to it. Back row for Chillingworth, pops it over but out of bounds. So point to Washington State. Cougars come within 13-17, so down 4, heading later into this set 3. Bernal will keep the serve. To Stanger once again, nice pass this time. Outside, Hendrickson tries to push it over right into Katie Ryan, so blocked. No, nope, Katie Ryan and Brecken Scheck look like center line violation, so point will go to Pepperdine. Cougars will not argue that. They know they were over the line, so Rosemary Archer will serve for the Waves. Brustad pops it up. Bernal on the run. Brustad with the tip. Nice spot. Great court awareness. She puts it sharp cross court. There's nobody over there right in front of that off blocker. So Brustad with the kill, and Vodula will now come in once again to play the front row. So they're going to stick with her for right now and give Reeling a little bit of a rest. And we will have Brustad on the line, 14-18 Washington State. And Stanger pass off the net out to Hendrickson with the push, out of bounds, not touched by Katie Ryan, I believe. She got it just with tape, no hands, so Brustad will stay on the line, although it looks like Pepperdine, yep. So Pepperdine is going to pull a challenge on that. So first challenge of the night, so Scott Wong is going to pull a challenge and say that Katie Ryan touched that ball on its way out. Head coach Scott Wong for Pepperdine. He's Pepperdine alumni. This is his 10th season as head coach. He's got a 163-96 record, so pretty good. And he's going to pull a challenge on that. I wish I could see the replay. I cannot. It may have gotten Katie Ryan's arms on his way. It may have just hit the tape and gone out of bounds. If this is reversed, we will see the Waves go up 19-14. If it stands, or is confirmed, it'll stay at 15-18 with Washington State within 3. So not too large of a gap for them to have to try to close, but they will talk about it. The refs will consider. Katie Ryan looked a little guilty, I'll be honest. So we'll see if we have enough evidence to say there was a touch off of her, or if it was all tape, or if there's not enough evidence to prove it. So first challenge of the night. Each team gets 2. If we go to a 5th set, we get an additional in set 5. And it looks like they are already done with this, so pretty quick challenge. Point's going to stay with Washington State, so no touch off of Katie Ryan. Ball is out of bounds on Birdie Hendrickson. So point will stay with the Cougars. Down 3, 15-18. Sage Brustad will go back to the line after that little break. Not a bad timeout for either team either. And Brustad with the serve. Into Stanger, pass off the net just a little bit. Hendrickson, big swing. Barbero handles it though. Bernal out to Brustad in the back row. Set 2, Patterson, and great dig from Barbero, and Brecken Scheck tries to tip it over, isn't able to make it happen into the tape, but credit to Barbero on that dig. Great swing from Patterson. She pops it up. Scheck just not sure what to do with it. And we will put Hendrickson on the line. Waves up 19-15. Barbera with the pass low to Bernal into the middle. Scheck, big kill. Great fast play from Washington State. I like the quick tempo pass from Emma Barbero. Quick set into the middle, and Brecken Scheck will take the kill, redeem herself after that last point. She's on the bench laughing about it anyway. But Barbero will serve now. And into the net for Emma Barbero. So first service error for either team in quite a while. I think first of this set for either team. So 11th for the Cougs overall. And that'll put Pepperdine's libero, Stanger, on the line to serve. Cougars down 16-20. Sage Brustad with the pass. Bernal with the set out to Vodula. Off the block. Katie Ryan covers her. Bernal to her middle. Bleshkova Popped up by the Waves, have to send a free ball, give the Cougars an opportunity. Right on Bernal's head, will go to Bleshkova once again. She'll take a swing, popped up by Hendrickson. Out to Chillingworth, and Brustad will dig. Katie Ryan, big swing on the left hand, and Pepperdine saves it almost in the bleachers. Another free ball. Cougars another opportunity. Katie Ryan, big hole in the block and out of bounds. She had the open spot, just a little too much out of the end line. So 21-16 Pepperdine. Katie Ryan, 2 attempts in that, wasn't able to put either down. Danger with the serve, passed up by Brustad. Out to Vodula, big swing, touched and covered by Hendrickson. Out to Chillingworth, off of Vodula, out of bounds. Huge cross-court swing from Chillingworth. That's what she does on that outside pin. So Danger heads back, 22-16. Cougars already used both timeouts early in this set, so got to get something together on their own without the help of that. Trinity Danger with the serve. Brustad, nice pass, and she'll go back, or she'll go to the middle to Bleshkova. Big kill, or out of bounds, actually. And Bleshkova looks confused, as was I, because I thought it was in. But we will keep the point with Pepperdine. No challenge from Corey Schrader. 23-16 Pepperdine. Seeing if the Cougs can get something together before we move into set 4. Vodula, pass off the net just a little bit. Katie Ryan takes the swing, out of bounds once again. So she's going deep cross court and putting a little too much on it. And that'll give Pepperdine set point 24-16. Danger still on the line on this 4-0 run for the Waves. And popped up by Vodula once again and set out to her off the block. Hendrickson pops that one up, out to Simpson. Solo block from Vodula, but covered by Pepperdine. Simpson once again with the push. Katie Ryan overpass, and Simpson will take care of set 3 for Pepperdine. Teams will switch sides. We've got Pepperdine 25-16. So Pepperdine up 2-1. Cougars heading into a must-win set 4. And they like long games. They like to go 5. They are 5-1 in 5-set matches this year. So we'll see if they can get themselves to that 5th set that they seem to love. So they will move sides, and they will see what they're going to change up. Really difficult when you get into a set like that where you have to use 2 timeouts so early on. Had they been able to stop the momentum late in that set 3, I think things would have been differently, but they really had nothing to put a stop in Pepperdine's momentum. So hopefully this time they can start off. In set 2, I feel like the difference was we saw the whole beginning of the set. Both teams were trading points back and forth the whole time. Neither team really had to climb out of a hole, and then WSU was able to get on a run at the end. But both sets 1 and 3, WSU dug themselves a pretty significant hole early on, had to use those timeouts, had to figure things out. And by the time things started to pull together for them, it was a little too late. So if they can hang even with Pepperdine early in set 4 and then look to take that run later on, that's what they're going to want to try to do. Pepperdine obviously wants to get on that run early again because that's what's worked for them both times as well. If they can start up, then they have that wiggle room as WSU makes a comeback. And it seems like that's something they need because set 2, when they didn't have that wiggle room, was when they really started to struggle. So Pepperdine likes to play with a comfortable lead. WSU likes to play a little bit from behind, but you can't always make it far enough back up when you're playing from behind. So both teams taking a little break right now. I will take a little break as well. But come on back to KUGR. All right, welcome back to KUGR. We are heading into set 4, WSU versus Pepperdine. Pepperdine up 2-1. We are in a match right now between two of the WCC's last 3 undefeated WCC conference teams, with it being WSU, Pepperdine, and San Francisco. So after today, there will only be 2 left who are undefeated. It'll be San Francisco and either WSU or Pepperdine. So we will see how this one shakes out. But Cougars entering a must-win set 4, trying to take this one at home with Pepperdine to 5. And they will start with Veronica Vodula on the service line. So they have shifted their starting rotation quite a bit. Usually you see them start with Bernal serving. Looks like they're trying to see if they can change some of those blocking matchups. So smart decision after, set 3, they had some trouble getting some things going. So they're going to see if they can switch some of those matchups up with Vodula ready to serve. And she's going to start almost with an ace, but covered by Pepperdine. Jaden Walls with the pass on the free ball. Bleshkova, big swing, but blocked down by Simpson on the slide. But that was a great point for WSU. Good things putting together, just a better block from Riley Simpson. And that's going to be Simpson's 4th block, leading all players today. 4 of Pepperdine's 8 as a team. So Hendrickson now with the serve. Popped up by Golden, nice pass, and that's going to be a kill for Sage Brewstad. So the Cougars tie it up 1-1, trying to exchange points back and forth in this one. So Hamea Marmuto will now come in to serve. All right, and she will put that serve right into Stanger, who will pass and out to Chillingworth, out of bounds. And one line judge is going to call a touch. So Cougars still think they have the ball, but Corey Schrader looks like is going to challenge that call. So we are going to get a challenge on that. So original call being touch off of the WSU block. Cougars are going to challenge no touch. They all seemed very confident that nobody had touched it, already back at the service line. However, the line judge on Pepperdine's side did call a touch off of that WSU block. So the refs will review that. We'll see if they have enough evidence to overturn it, making it 2-1 in either direction, whichever way that challenge falls. So this is Corey Schrader's first challenge of the day, so he will still have one left at least, regardless of the outcome of this one. Scott Wong for Pepperdine used one of his and lost it, so he has one remaining. If we do go to 5 sets, they will each get an additional. This is Corey Schrader's first. And looks like we have Birdie Hendrickson with 13 kills, Sage Brewstad with 13 as well. So both teams with their top hitters, same amount of kills, very similar hitting percentages as well. So 13 for Hendrickson, 13 for Brewstad. And then following them, we have Chillingworth and Piscores with 8 and 7 respectively for Pepperdine. Washington State has several players with 5 and 4. So both teams actually getting a pretty balanced attack, with one kind of main outside who's doing it for them. But other than that, spreading the offense pretty decently. And looks like that's going to be overturned. So a 1 challenge for Corey Schrader. Point will go to Washington State. Keeps them up 2-1 and keeps Hamea Marmuto, freshman from Honolulu, on the service line. And Corey Schrader will keep that challenge as well. So he's been pretty successful with his challenges lately. And Hamea with the serve into Hendrickson. And way out to Chillingworth with the tip. covered by Walls. Nice pancake, but can't quite get there for Washington State. Got a little tripped up. And Washington State will make their substitutions. Emma Barbera will come back in. And Trinity Stanger, senior libero for Pepperdine, will serve 2-2. All right, serves into Logan Golden. Nice pass right on Bernal's head. Breckenscheck with the tip, covered by Stanger, out to Simpson. Walls with the dig off of Simpson, out to Brewstad. Big swing, Stanger with a dig as well. And Chillingworth, Jaden Walls covers it, but over and put down by Piscores. So a lot of big swings in that. Defensive players hanging in there, but ultimately the overpass from Walls is put down by Piscores. And Stanger will serve 3-2 Waves. Golden, nice dig. Bernal puts it out to Brewstad. Touched off the Pepperdine block. Breckenscheck takes care of that, though. Ball up in the speakers. Pepperdine has one more touch. Can't get that one over, bouncing off the speakers. And the Pepperdine coach is going to argue that Breckenscheck crossed the plane of the net on a block earlier in that point. I don't believe that is a challengeable call. It could, maybe I'm wrong. It is challengeable if that is what he's challenging. Or we're going to challenge a touch. I'm not entirely confident. However, they will review that point. If it stays with Washington State, the score will be 3-3. If Pepperdine wins, it will be. Wait a second. Okay, now we have Sage Brewstad talking to the up official. I'm not sure that WSU knows what's being challenged either. Currently, we're sitting at 3-3. So if WSU keeps his challenge, it will stay at 3-3. If Pepperdine takes the challenge, it will move to 4-2. And they are reviewing. I believe it is either going to be in the net on Breckenscheck or a touch off of her block at some point, but it was earlier in the play. It was not the final point as far as I could tell. It looked like earlier in the point I did see him on the sideline complaining about the fact that he believed that Scheck crossed the plane of the net. However, as I said before, I'm not sure if that is challengeable because it's more of a judgment call. We're going to find out. Brewstad is back talking to the up official. Anyway, while we wait, Brewstad now leads all players with 14 kills. 12 digs as well, so already in a double-double early in set 4 for Brewstad. But Hendrickson as well, 13 kills, 12 digs, and 2 blocks. So we've got 2 players already at those double-double stats, and we are still early in this set 4, potentially even going longer with a set 5, depending on how this goes for Washington State. And it looks like they have come to their decision as we wait. So point is going to go to Pepperdine, and she's going to motion a touch call. Corey Schrader looking for an explanation. But point will go to Pepperdine. Pepperdine will keep Trinity Stanger on the line, up 4-2. And Coach Scott Wong will get that challenge back. So both coaches with, or Scott with 1 challenge, Corey Schrader with 2. Stanger will serve. And into Logan Golden, nice pass out to Brewstad, off the block, popped up by Chillingworth, and out to Simpson. Jaden Walls, great dig, joust at the net between Bernal and Chillingworth will win that. So Pepperdine with a 3-point lead now. And that challenge really, I feel like, changed the momentum. WSU kind of seemed like they were about to go on a roll, and then there's a lot of confusion. Things are now kind of in Pepperdine's lane. But Brustad with the swing, and she will take another one as well off of the Pepperdine block. Into the middle, Piscores pushes it down. Nice, smart play from the freshman. And Schrader will take a much-needed timeout. Waves with an early 6-2 lead, and this is what I talked about earlier, is letting them get that gap early on and having to climb out of it, especially in this must-win situation. The WSU going to take a minute, recoup, which I think is probably needed after that challenge and whatever was going on. So Pepperdine up now by 4 on this 5-0 run. And Emma Barbero, 15 digs for the Cougars right now. She has had 7 matches this year with over 20, so she's on her way there. And then Trinity Stanger on Pepperdine's side with 24 digs already, so impressive number for her. She's hanging in there, was struggling a little bit with the serve receive in mostly set 2, and so she's still getting targeted on the serve receive, but she has improved that and is handling the defense side especially well right now with those digs. So Danger, 24 digs. Both liberos stepping up for both teams. And Danger will continue to serve. Both teams coming out of that timeout. All right, Golden with the pass. Back to Breckencheck on the slide. And just out of bounds, almost hit Danger. She had to do a little top back, but gets out of its way. And now Vreeling will come in for Golden in the serve-receive lineup. So first time we've seen Vreeling since, I believe, set 2. Danger with the serve. Vreeling passes that up. Bernal has to bump that out to Brustad, and that's a kill for Sage Brustad, so they can rely on her today. Kill number 14. And Katie Ryan will come into the front row, and Bernal will go back to serve. Cougars down 3-7. Bernal with the serve. Simpson overpass. Brustad puts it down. Thank you very much, she says, for that free shot. So she will take the overpass from Simpson and take care of it cross court. So Bernal will serve once again. Cougars now down 3. And an ace for Italia Bernal. So 2 great tough serves back to back. One gets her an overpass. The next one gets her an ace. So Bernal will stay on the line. It's the Cougars' 6th service ace of the day. Bernal, another great serve. Danger this time, good pass. Out to Chillingworth on the outside. Barbero one-handed dig. Out to Brustad with the tip. Archer with the pass. Out to Chillingworth once again. And blocked down by Katie Ryan and Breckencheck. The 6'5" and 6'1" combo out there on that outside. Grace Chillingworth. So some of that rotation switching in the beginning was maybe to get Sheck and Ryan out there on Chillingworth, and it seemed to help them out this time. So Bernal will continue with the serve. Riley Simpson tight pass into Piscores. Nice block from Sheck. Triple blocked up on her that time. Barbero with the dig of Simpson. Sheck and a huge solo block from Ella Piscores, the freshman. And that will be her 5th block of the day. Coming up big for the Waves. and that'll keep them up 8-6 and send Emma McMone to the line. She will serve into Vreeling on top of Bernal's head. Back to Katie Ryan and blocked out of bounds. So kill for Katie Ryan off that tool. Ella Piscor is not quite able to make it happen that time. And now Vodula will come in the front row for Vreeling, and we'll get Brewstad on the line. Cougars now down 1, 7-8. Nice serve from Brewstad. And a rough, tough set, but Piscors gets there. And out to Vodula. Danger with the dig, but out of bounds on the Cougars side. So kill for Veronica Vodula, and the Cougars will tie it up 8-8 after going down early in this set, but now they are back in it. Sage Brewstad on the line. 1 ace tonight. And another one, so I'll take credit for that one, but second ace of the night for Sage Brewstad. And Pepperdine will make some substitutions. They will put in Chloe Pravnikoff and Bryn McGee to set. So a setter switch. And Bryn McGee will take her first set of the game, which is a rough one-handed one off of the pass. But Barbera will dig that. Back to Katie Ryan. Huge swing right at McGee. She has no chance. Block wasn't there. Katie Ryan, that's what she's been waiting for today. So that's going to be Ryan's 6th kill. Big swing that time, and she's fired up. Brewstad will stay on the line. Cougars now up 10-8 on a 4-0 scoring run. Big serve from Brewstad. Danger gets there. Has to be saved at the free ball. Cougars get an opportunity with Barbero on the pass. Into the middle. Breckenstack, the freshman. Huge kill. Great point off that free ball. It's exactly what the Cougars wanted to do with that free ball opportunity, was make something big happen, get big momentum point. Now up 11-8, forces Pepperdine into a timeout. And Pepperdine trying to play with Bryn McGee, who's doing a good job, but it's always difficult to bring in a backup setter when you feel like you need to do that. So trying to get those hitter connections back, and honestly just struggling with the serve of Sage Brewstad, struggling to get those passes to McGee. And so Brewstad trying to keep it going at the line. Cougars 7 service aces, 11 service errors, most of those coming early in the game. So if Brewstad can come out of this timeout and put in another nice clean serve, Cougars are going to keep rolling as long as Pepperdine's serve receive is still broken down. So Pepperdine looking to clean it up. Now down 3 points off of a big 5-point run from Sage Brewstad, who is leading all players right now with those 15 kills, now 2 aces and 12 digs. So Brewstad, the transfer from up in Cheney, Eastern Washington, doing big things for the Cougars this season. So Pepperdine will look to come out of this timeout wanting to close this game out in 4, while WSU wanting to push it to their pretty loved 5th set so far this year, given they've only lost 1 of the 6 they've played. And they will come out of that timeout. We'll get Brewstad back to the line. And Pepperdine looks like they're going to keep that serve receive in what they've got. So Bryn McGee still setting, and they've got Danger in middle back. Chillingworth next to her, which is exactly where Brewstad's going to be aiming. All right, Brewstad serve ends on the line. Another ace for Brewstad. That's going to be her 3rd and the 8th for the team, and they will make another sub. Putting in this time Archer back into set, so they're going to go back. Pepperdine's going to go back to what they were doing originally. They tried something that didn't work out. Now Cougars up 12-8. Brewstad ace after ace. And then Stanger will pass it up, but out to Chillingworth. Big swing. Barbero, nice dig, but over to Pepperdine. And Chillingworth with the tip. Right on the line behind the WSU block. So Chillingworth will take that kill, and she'll go back to serve. That puts Hendrickson up in the front row, leading Pepperdine right now with 13 kills and hitting .2. And Chillingworth will serve. WSU up 12-9. Into Vreeling and Rodula, but then Breckenscheck, big kill for her, so she's now up to 7 kills. Just behind Sage Brustad at 15. So now Emma Barbera will go back to serve, and Breckenscheck will come off the court with that kill. Cougars now up 13-9. And into McMone, back to back to Piscores, who will get the kill off of the tip on the slide. WSU couldn't quite get there, and she will go back to serve. WSU with a 3-point lead as the freshman Piscores serves. And passed up by Brustad to Bernal. Bleshkova, big swing out of bounds. Trying to draw a touch at that block, not quite. Frustrated with that one. Ella Piscores with the serve once again. Pepperdine now within 2. Short serve, Barbero pops it up. Bernal back to Ryan. Nice, smart play from Katie Ryan. Set was a little inside. She was able to just use that height, put it over the block, into the corner, and down. Jaden Walls now comes in to serve. WSU keeps that 3-point lead. And we'll see how the Pepperdine serve receive can hang in this time. Walls with the serve. Danger, low pass, almost an ace, but Archer gets there, and a kill from Hendrickson off the low set. Great out-of-system swing from her. You can tell that experience at Florida, experience with Pepperdine. She's able to take those balls and make something happen. So now Archer will go back to serve. Down 2. Sage Brustad, nice pass and a dump from Bernal, but read by Stanger, who trips a little bit, but out to Hendrickson. Bodula overpass, pushed over by Kennedy Patterson. Smart heads-up play on that overpass out of the middle. Pepperdine now within 1, and Archer back to serve. Into Vodula, nice pass. Bernal behind her to Bleshkova, covered by Pepperdine. Simpson with the tip right in the middle of the Cougars. Now will be tied up 14-14 after a long WSU run. Pepperdine's back in it on their 3-0 run of their own. Schrader pacing, maybe considering a timeout, but gonna keep it going. Archer's gonna serve. Brustad passes off. Bernal gets there. Vodula, big swing. Tipped by the block and covered. And off the tape and down for Patterson. So lucky swing from her. Gets it down on the WSU side. Feels like things are going Pepperdine's way as Schrader takes a timeout. Pepperdine now up 15-14 on a 4-point run of their own. So run after run being exchanged here, which we haven't quite seen yet. We've been seeing a lot of back and forth or just big runs in Pepperdine's direction. So this time we're seeing it on both sides. We'll see if the Cougars can respond with another run of their own or even just side out and get it back to tied at 15-15 as we get deeper into this must-win set 4. Cougars have got to look for their block right now to step up. Katie Ryan's on the bench. You're losing that height over on that side with Hendrickson. So they're going to want to get that block up, get it closed, so things, because right now everything's kind of tipping off of it, making it really tough on their defense to get those short balls. So looking for those to step up, get those blocks up on Hendrickson, who's now at 14 kills. Pepperdine actually now has 3 players with double-digit kills. They have Hendrickson and then Chillingworth and Piscores, both with 10. Chillingworth also with 13 dicks, so 2 players in the double-double range. Washington State's kill stats have slowed down a little bit. Pepperdine leading that stat overall, and also leading in hit percentage, 0.2 over WSU's 0.1. So WSU has some errors that need to be fixed on their side, but they will come out of the timeout 1 point down in set 4. and they will see if they can put up a good serve-receive conversion right now. And they will have, Pepperdine will have Rosemary Arthur to serve. And out of bounds, so coach's point for Corey Schrader, out of the timeout. And they will take that and see what they can do with it with the score tied 15-15. Veronica Vodula will go back to serve. That's Pepperdine's 7th service error compared to WSU's 11. Vodula, nice serve. Stanger with the pass. Out to Simpson, who's blocked, or actually just into the net. So hitting error for Simpson. And Breeling will come in and play the back row for Vodula after that serve. Oh, wait. Actually, Pepperdine's point. I believe WSU was in the net. But Simpson, or Henderson will serve. Reeling with the pass, stabbed by Bernal, tipped over by Brewstad. That's all she had. Chillingworth with the swing on the outside. Reeling, nice dig. Barbera will set. Brewstad with the swing of her own. Blocked by Patterson. Huge stuff from her late in set 4. And that'll put Hendrickson on the line once again. Waves now with a 2-point lead. Biggest lead since early in this set. And into the net. So another service error for Pepperdine, giving WSU that opportunity to get in there. So 8th service error for Pepperdine. And that'll put in Haumea Marmuto to serve for WSU. And also Logan Golden will go in and play defense for Karen Breeling. Cougars down 1. And the serve will go in to Stanger. And back to on the set. Deep ball handled by Marmuto. Walls with the set this time. Brewstad, big kill. There she is. Kill number 16. And that'll tie this up once again, 17-17, as we climb closer and closer to the end of this must-win set. Haumea Marmuto back to serve. She will put that in to Hendrickson, who takes it with her hands and pushed all the way out to Chillingworth. Beautiful set, up by Golden, out to Brewstad. Hendrickson slaps that one up. Chillingworth once again, touched by the WSU block, over by Patterson. Brewstad with the swing. Pepperdine on the run. Bad set, but Chillingworth will swing from her feet. Set up by Bernal. Brewstad touched by Hendrickson, saved by Stanger. Chillingworth has to free ball. WSU gets the opportunity. Walls will pop that up. Set out by Bernal. Brewstad down the line and a kill. Jaden Walls falls to her knees in excitement. Brewstad, huge kill from her. They took that free ball and they ran with it. Keeps Haumea Marmuto on the line. Puts the Cougars in a 3-0 run now of their own. 18-17 with the lead. Into Stanger. High pass off the net. Out to Chillingworth, big swing, sharp cross court. And I think that's what Chillingworth has been wanting all day and hasn't been getting those sets. But that was a great set to her. She was able to put that in and do what she does best as WCC Player of the Year last year. And that'll put Stanger on the line. Score is now tied once again, 18-18. Passed up by Golden. Slide back to Sheck, who has to tip it over. Set was off. Chillingworth once again takes an attempt. Sheck with the block. Pepperdine can't get there. Brecken Sheck. Block number 4. And Katie Ryan now will come in on the front row, and Bernal will go back to serve. The Cougars like this rotation. Brewstad, Ryan, and Sheck up in the front row. We'll see if they can build some points on this Bernal serve like they did earlier. Stanger struggles with the pass, but gets there. Out to Chillingworth, who has to stay on her feet. Sharp cross. Brewstad pops it up. Back to Katie Ryan. Big swing, and that's her spot. Deep cross court off the left hand. Katie Ryan, 8th kill. Hitting at a .22 right now. And Pepperdine will take a timeout off the big Katie Ryan swing. WSU up 20-18, first to 20, 5 points away from pushing this game to a deciding set 5. And Bowler Gym on their feet. Cougars have captured the momentum once again, but if there's anything we've known about this set, it has been runs. And so we had Pepperdine started with one. WSU took one of their own. Pepperdine took a long one of their own, and now WSU's back on it. So if they can keep this out of the timeout and keep the run in their favor and roll into set 5, what better way to go into a deciding set that you're already confident in because you like this set than with the momentum from ending set 4 in a demanding fashion. However, Pepperdine, they want to end it now. It's not a must-win set for them, but this sets are so short, it's so much easier to end it in set 4. So they want to get out of here with that win. They want to get out of here still undefeated in the WCC. They're going to talk it over. They have had Bernal on the line before, and she's gotten on a run on them, especially with this lineup that the WSU has in the front row right now. So they have to make a quick pass, fast tempo, giving them as many options as possible. But Bernal is going to put the pressure on with this serve to try to make that happen. WSU with 8 service aces compared to Pepperdine's 3. And Bernal will come out of the timeout with a 2-point lead for the Cougars. And serve is over. Simpson with the pass tight to the net. Chillingworth big swing, and that's exactly what they needed out of that timeout. Quick conversion. That'll put Emma McMone in. Cougars still with a 1-point lead, and she will serve. Cougars looking for a quick conversion of their own. Try to keep this point for point as much as possible. And she will serve. Golden, tough pass, but gets there. Bernal saves it off the net. Brustad with the light swing. With the pass. Chillingworth, big swing off the block, and that's a kill for Grace Chillingworth, keeping her waves in it. 20-20 now, game to 5, to see if we will be going to a 5th set. Emma McMone still on the service line. And passed up by Sheck. And it was hard to see what happened, but I believe it was an overpass and put over by 2 scores. And now the Waves on a little run of their own once again, and Taryn Breeling will come in and go in for Golden to try to break up that run, switch up that serve receive. 21-20, Pepperdine on a run of their own. Emma McMone with the serve. Into Vreeling, pass up, Bernal back to Ryan, inside set, huge block, Ella Piss scores. Number 5, leading all players, proving why she has been that defensive player of the week earlier in September. Cougs now down 2. Pass up from Brustad, out to her once again with the tip. McMone will cover, overpass, put down by Brustad, but popped up by Henriksen. Chillingworth. And WSU, hold on, Pepperdine in the net. Net violation being argued right now. However, I don't know if Scott Wong has a challenge to pull, even if he wanted to. But he is going to discuss with the ref. And Sage Brustad is just waiting on the service line. He is still arguing. We have Brustad ready to go. Currently, Cougars are down 21-22 off of that Pepperdine run. I believe Pepperdine was called in the net. And they were going to keep it at that. Although, yep, okay. So we have Brustad now with the serve after the little break. Nice serve for Brewstad. Great pass though by Chillingworth. Out to her on the swing. Katie Ryan and Breckensteck shut her down. 22 all. Huge point for WSU. They also have Sage Brewstad back there who went on that run earlier in this set. Chillingworth struggling to get by Katie Ryan over there. Brewstad with the serve. Passed it by Chillingworth once again, and she'll try again with a tip. Ryan blocks once again. Huge swing. Barbero pops it up though. And Bernal will take a down ball from the back row. Into their middle. Piscore's out of bounds. No touch off of WSU, so they will now take the lead 23-22. And Brewstad still on the line with those tough serves, trying to put the pressure on. Has been going to Chillingworth. Wouldn't be surprised if I see her go to danger as they have been earlier. But Brewstad will serve after a shoe tie on Pepperdine's side. Maybe a little bit of a strategic shoe tie. Hate to say it. Brewstad with the serve. Passed up by McMone. Out to Chillingworth. Big swing. Barbero with a one-handed stab. Katie Ryan saves it over the net. They're going to call a double because that ball went over to Pepperdine's side. You cannot double contact and have it go to your opponent, which is what happened right there with Ryan. So now we will get a 23-23 tie as Chillingworth heads to the back line to serve. And Vreeling with the pass. Bernal will go back to Ryan. Inside set. Tipped over. Stanger is there. Piscore's demanding swing with the kill out of the middle. And Pepperdine now at match point, 24-23. Chillingworth will serve it. And over the tape and down, ace for Chillingworth to end it. So it will be Pepperdine 3, WSU 1 off of the 25-23 set 4 win. So Pepperdine will stay undefeated in the WCC after a tough match with Washington State. Washington State will go down to 8-5 and 3-1 in WCC play, dropping this one to Pepperdine. But great game from both teams. A lot of great defense, a lot of great swings. I believe when we see these two again, it'll be just as good, just as even, and I'm excited to see who comes out on top next time. And now all I have to say is go Cougs. Thanks for listening. This was KUGR, WSU, Pepperdine Volleyball. We will see you next time when we are in Bullard Gymnasium. Thank you. Bye.